You wake up, preferably, you have it nice, quiet and peaceful, and then you just, think a little bit about your life, think a little bit about where you are. You actually can take it in, because one of the biggest struggles. Good morning and welcome to another video right now from Tirana, Albania. And today I wanna, do a little bit of a life update, share with you what has been going on, but also I gotta say, probably so far my favorite thing here, probably top 3 favorite mornings in the whole world is, this time right now in Albania. I'm feeling myself like I haven't felt in quite some time now. A big role in that is playing, the hills, the vibe, the atmosphere here in the morning. You wake up, you go on the street, and the sun is just peeking up from the hills around like 6:10, 6:15. Before that, it's like the craziest vibe. You feel like, sitting inside of a city where the sun is like lurking in the back. And overall, yeah, been easy to wake up. In the morning I'm either going, for a walk, or I am headed to the Grand Tirana Park, and there, the calisthenics. Never been actually a big fan. Back in the day I was actually doing Airbnb, so I was hosting people when I was living more stationary, and there was this one guy, he loved to do calisthenics, and he asked me if there's like a park around where I live. I understand why he's, so excited about, an authentic calisthenics park where people work out. And now he texted me actually that this was one of his favorite ones, the one that I'm headed to right now, and I can totally feel it's like in the middle of nature, in the middle of a huge nature kind of like reservoir, man-made park, and I absolutely love that. I woke up even a little bit earlier than usually, which for me is always also connected to going to bed a little bit earlier. So we rocked out today at 5 on the dot. 5:30 was the other days that I was doing. Feel very, very comfortable already here in the city. And just to touch on again, on the subject on the early morning routine, it's kind of like something that I chewed on a lot, and I have to admit to you, it's very easy to get into a routine for me as well, In the evenings, you hop on a Netflix, watch some mediocre stuff you don't really care about, you pass out, you have sleep, you maybe snack in the evenings, and for me, the morning practice is kind of almost like a little prayer. It's kind of like, I don't want to call this self-visualization, but kind of like an affirmation in the morning. You wake up, preferably, you have it nice, quiet and peaceful, and then you just, think a little bit about your life, think a little bit about where you are. You actually can take it in, because one of the biggest struggles that I was having is I was traveling a good bit, I was seeing some of the most amazing places, but then you kind of struggle to take it in. I'm sure you know it as well. It's wherever you go, there you are, and then sometimes you beat yourself up because you don't feel great, even though you're maybe in nice, amazing nature or whatever it may be. And then it's kind of on one side, just accepting that, it's the most normal thing. Everybody experienced that, even though on Instagram, everybody, when they're at the greatest place, they're like, people, this is it. You need to travel, you need to see the world. And while I would say, in some way or capacity, you should, very often also people feel, quite empty while doing that. So the morning really allows me to kind of center, what do I want to do? And as of right now, the vision is very clear of the mind with their online presence as well. But yeah, as of right now, I would say, with this little beautiful morning practice, we're gonna hit it off in the park, do some dips, some pull-ups. Let's rock on. Okay, so we're entering the park. One of the favorite places. Out of 8 days, I've been here 6-7 times. 6. And yeah, right now we're gonna be hitting the workout. And to update you, let's say in terms of my fitness, I'm feeling quite good. I've been gaining a good amount of weight while I was in Belarus, but I was also working out really heavy. So with that, definitely build some strength, definitely build some muscle. And now it's going to be time, let's say, to make it more visible, to lean down, to get a little bit crispy. And with that, usually I also feel better, more vital, you know, focusing on also having a little bit of a better diet because you're eating less in a caloric deficit. So you want to make sure you get all the nutrients. So that was really covered in Albania here by the crazy amazing prices of fruits and veggies. But at the same time, maybe I gained a little bit too much body fat, so I decided to make a little bit of a 30-day challenge, of which I'm already like 5 days in. We're going to be in a caloric deficit. We're going to be working out calisthenics only. So home workouts, calisthenics, pull-ups, dips. And we're going to then see, let's say, the results. We're probably going to be losing like 4 kilo max. And just leading down always has a big effect. Makes your face look a little bit different, and you start to look bigger even though you're actually losing weight and getting smaller. Kind of like always a little illusion that is going on. But yeah, the vibe in the park is always, let's say, the little bit older folks kicking it at that time. It's kind of like my grandpa life at the moment. Going to bed early, waking up early. But I love it though. Workout is done, and I just have to say there is nothing for me that comes close to an early day with an early workout. And for me it's really like a ritual. As I said before, it's an affirmation for the day. And also, we all know this feeling, you know, you move a little bit, you feel awake. If you really go for it, you know, if you go, like, I know this feeling too, you go for around 10 minutes, you're like, oh, should I really do it? You feel horrible. But then if you fully commit, like right now I had a really good workout, we know what it does to us. Like after a good gym session, we feel awake, we feel sharp, we feel confident. We feel good about ourselves. And that also changes the thoughts. Very often, like me, you know, I go into a workout and before, I don't know what to do, I don't know how I should structure my day, I don't know, let's say, the next project that I'm working on, I don't have any ideas, I don't have any creativity, so you just close down, you know? And then you get the blood going, you just let go, you don't think of it, and that's where your brain starts to shoot ideas into your head. That's when you start to really have a plan of how you wanna, let's say, what you wanna do. And very often if I, let's say, work out midday, then I'm like, oh, time is running out. But right now, I'm just freaking out here. That is really the magic of the morning. We have 7:30 and I just feel super awake, super creative, have a lot of great ideas, feel good about my day, feel good about where I'm going today, next week, next month, next year. And that really is kind of like me paying my dues. That's what I figured out for myself, what I need to do. And I see that it is very, very similar for a lot of other people. But actually, also to give it some nuance, I've been just watching good dudes that I'm following on Instagram. He has a big startup in Germany, and he has been saying that back in the day he has been waking up also all time in the morning and was pretty good, but now he actually even enjoys the evenings more and is more productive and really like that time of the day. And at the end of the day, hey, definitely find what works for you. But you know what? I believe that the early morning, like, you know, I think actually being able to work in the evening and have an amazing structure towards the week and month is kind of like already a step up from a morning routine. I think the morning routine is easier, you know, than having a super good routine and flow. And I'm not talking about being productive all the time, having to do things. I'm talking about, let's say, being able to express yourself, to live fully, to have creativity, to have passion and make life worth living. And not, you know, how can I get more tasks done? How can I be more productive? That's not what it is all about here. So, I hope you enjoyed today's little talk. You know, if I feel down, I want to share that every once in a while too. But the past week, in terms of the early mornings, like, this video is definitely supposed to serve as kind of like, hey, go out there, see things in the world, but also see things inside of yourself and work with that. Share your gift, and we're gonna see each other very, very soon. And also, as a little announcement on Instagram, I'll be sharing the progress of my 30-day, let's say, leaning down calisthenics challenge. As of right now, heading to the beach, heading to check out the Albanian nature. I'm extremely excited, and that is gonna be the next video. With that, you got a world to see.